Okay, YouTube, here is a different machine for you. I got another tractor to show you guys. This is a Kubota B2320. It's a hydrostatic drive, very similar to the Coyote I reviewed last time. This one is a little bit smaller and has less power. Pull it out for you here. Alright. It's got a LA304 bucket loader. It's a pretty good, nice little loader. It's a little finickier than the other one. It's got bar industrial tires. I'll just doing a quick walk around for you. Right now I have a rear scraper on. It's a Land Pride. This does have a PTO. I think its output at the PTO is 17 horsepower. So it's not a very powerful tractor. It's got rollover protection, front and rear scraper on the box blade, or box scraper. It is four-wheel drive. It actually works very well. You can't get much done without the four-wheel drive, to be honest. It doesn't weigh much. I think it weighs less than 2,000 pounds, believe it or not. I know the Coyote I had weighed about 3,500 pounds. This one weighs a lot less, and when you're towing it on a truck, you can definitely feel that it weighs significantly less than the other tractor did. But it does have a big brush guard on the front, like most tractors do. Protect it. It's powered by a 23 horsepower naturally aspirated diesel, 3-cylinder. Show you that before I start up. Took me a while to figure out how to open this hood up, and you actually use the emblem. You turn the emblem like that and it will pop the hood up for you. But this thing has the tiniest little engine in it. There it is. That's all that's all that's in here. You got a little liquid cooled radiator in the front. This is your hydraulic cooling for your hydraulics. This thing has a few hydraulic lines into it. Your battery's up front. You got a nice little removable screen to make clean the dust out easier. Air intake. There's your air filter. And that's all that's in there. Just a little tiny 3-cylinder diesel. Your radiator with your fan. Your alternator or generator, whatever that is right there. Oil dipsticks right here. It's kind of weird they make it black. You got your muffler within the engine bay, which is another weird little thing if you're used to the gas engines. Your water pumps right there. And yeah, it's kind of crazy how the Japanese can cram such a small engine. Well, make such a small engine put out so much power. Because this thing, for the horsepower it has quite a bit of horsepower. I think my zero turn actually has more horsepower than it, but this thing has tons of torque. It's where it beats my gas engine in my zero turn. It's actually quite quick too. But yeah, 23 horsepower, inline 3-cylinder diesel. Nothing crazy. Really similar to the other tractor I had, except this one is 23 horsepower. I think the other one was like 35 or something like that. It's got headlights. This being a rental machine, it don't work like they all. Usually the rental machines, they disable things that can make the battery die, and they pretty much did that on this one. But yeah, I think it holds 7 gallons of diesel, and it's up here. Here's your diesel tank. But alright, let me get the chair here. This one's a little bit more interestingly laid out than the Coyote was. Similar controls and everything, just kind of different. Your clutch is over here. You pretty much don't need your clutch on these hydrostatics, except maybe when switching in between your ranges or four-wheel drive or engaging your PTO. You might need it, but alright, so on your left side here is the driver. You got your seat belt, which is annoyingly tight on you when you wear it. This is your range selector, your high, medium, low. This thing goes really fast in high gear. Neutral, medium speed, low. I know This one actually has a little bit more power than the Coyote in high gear. I remember in the Coyote, the high gear was really only if you're just driving the tractor down the road. That's all you would want to use it for, because it had no power. Medium is your good overall range. Low is if you're approaching bucket work or something. Here's your PTO and gauge. You got off. A few different speeds up there. Guess that would be your 1000 and 2500 for a belly mower maybe. Off 540, that'd be for like a brush hog or something. But yeah, that's your left side. And down by your foot here, I don't know if you can see that old bar, you got this bar right here. That is your differential lock. That works really well in this machine. On the left side of your dashboard, you got your blinkers, your headlights right here, which on this machine don't work. I would imagine on the bigger machines that would be a horn, which this one doesn't have a horn, so it's nothing. Your temperature gauge, this one runs really low. I don't know why. I guess that's where its operating temperature is. Your RPM gauge, this machine has almost 600 hours on it. You got lights right here that light up when you start it. I'll show you. Your battery, your low oil pressure, I'm guessing, and below that battery would be the glow plugs, but it's pretty hot outside, so they didn't turn on. Your fuel gauge. This machine's actually a little bit worse on fuel than the Coyote was. You got your hazard lights down here, which once again they're disabled because they'll use up battery. Your hand throttle, a little bit easier than the Coyote was. Down here you have your cruise lock, speed lock as the Kubota likes to call it, and your parking brake. Your key switch is over here. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like how the key switch is over there. Not sure why they did that. They should have put it like down here, or maybe even on the left side. Your parking brakes, they're independent. I have them locked, but you can have left parking brake, right parking brake, but you usually only do that when you're like plowing or doing row crop stuff where you got to make hard turns, and frankly this tractor won't be doing much of that by the size. Since this is a hydrostatic, you got the forward right here. Pretty nice setup. I like it better than the Kubota. I think the Kubota had one huge pedal for forward and reverse. This one has independent, sort of maybe like a John Deere has the twin touch, and reverse is all the way back here. That's I wasn't a big fan of that because if you're not used to the machine, you got to look for reverse, but it's right there. Reverse is underneath you. You have your training fluid check. That's your hydraulic lock for your bucket loader. Your seat adjustment is right here. And if you had a mowing deck, that's where you'd adjust that. But this one doesn't have a mowing deck. Okay, on your right side, I don't know what goes there. I'm guessing it's some kind of hydraulic valves if this had the option. I'm thinking like remotes, that's what I'm thinking of. Hydraulic remotes I would imagine go there, but this one doesn't have that. Got your seat belt. This is your 2- and 4-wheel drive. You got 2-wheel drive down here, 4-wheel drive up here. And this tractor, when you're doing bucket work and any type of ground engaging work, it's pretty much not going to work unless you have it in 4-wheel drive. So, highly suggest putting it in 4-wheel drive to do any type of ground engaging work. This is your rear lift linkage. Pushing it down, we'll put it the rear box, as you just heard. Pulling it up, we'll pull it up. This will have it in constant up, so it'll constantly keep pressure. You just gotta. This is sort of like a float up. This is one thing I didn't like about the Kubota versus the Coyote, is where this the front end loader or remote control hydraulic thing is. It's almost, actually I think it is off the tractor. It's almost off the tractor, which is really annoying. That you got to reach like all the way out here to control this bucket loader, and it's your standard hydraulic bucket controls. Left is what do I think here? Tilt up. Right is tilt down, as you can see. Tilts your bucket down. Pull back is up. Push down, lowers it, as you saw. Down, up, curl. You know. And there's like a kind of a float down position somewhere in here. I always get caught in it for some reason. But yeah, that's pretty much all that is to this tractor. This tractor is, I mean, straight out of Japan. I think it's made in Osaka. Not sure the year of this machine. I don't think it's too old. Maybe 2009, 2008 maybe. That's a guess. They actually still make this model that looks exactly like this. You got a cup holder back here too. Should mention that. That's important. But yeah, got blinkers which don't work. And I guess show you underneath here too. This little toolbox down there. There's nothing in it in this one. 2 crap bars, one on each side. Your lift linkages and your top link and drawbar. PTO down there, which for some reason this one doesn't engage very well into PTO. But yeah, that's this tractor in a nutshell. Pretty nice little machine. I'll give you a little startup of it from over here. So you can sort of see it start up from a distance, and then I guess I'll start it up for you guys a second time. Give you a little forward and reverse action. At idle, you see it. Well, I'll let you see it bog down, I guess, a bit. I know some people like those smoky videos or whatever, but yeah. Hopefully y'all caught a little bit of that. I'll try to get a onboard one now. So you can see it actually has quite a bit of power. I know the other tractor would pretty much stall out if you had it in high and just jam the hydrostatic, which that's not suggested, but it'll show like the torquiness and the power that you actually have, because I know in high gear hydrostatic that's really hard to get going because it actually is quite fast. Yeah, let me do a little quick startup on the tractor here. Of course, it's plenty warm, so you don't need the glow plugs at all. Pretty much idles right about 1,000 RPM. Pretty peppy. Like I said, if you just push off the parking brake, show you the power it's got here. Actually very, very powerful for what it is, I guess. I know this is one way they commonly test tractors here. It's like a little hill start test, and I'll put it in high gear here and just drop it. There you go, she can get up it, I mean, no problem. funky but good. That's pretty common. But I'll let you see a little hill climb in low gear too. So, you know, you just put your clutch in. Low is your granny gear. It actually goes still pretty fast. Clutch out. See, it's pretty good. Low gear, a little bit easier on the tractor. They can crawl up, this at idle. Doesn't really work it. And medium speed is usually where I'm working. You know, if I'm at where I'm working, that's where I want to hang out. Clutch in, put in medium. Goes a little quicker. Doesn't make it work as hard. Still pretty good speed. But all right, we'll do a little top speed test here. I guess some soft land here. Alright, so I guess we'll show the top speed in low here. That's low. I'll just outright put it to the floor and throttle here. Put my foot to the floor on the hydrostatic. That's full speed. And low gear. Your RPM's pretty much maxed out. Alright, so do medium next. I'll put my foot to there and then a little bit quicker. Last I'll put it in high here. That's your road gear or your traveling gear or whatnot. And this thing is absurdly fast. It's crazy fast in high gear. I don't know what the engineers were thinking when they made a tractor this fast, but it's pretty awesome. Like I said, it's pretty absurd how fast this thing can actually go. I guess it'd be better to show you on a private road here. Nobody's on here, as you guys can see, so I'll cut that a little bit. I'll just give her. Peppy. Alright, I'll go back where I started and get some exterior views of that hill climb there. YouTube, I'll be right back with you. Let me set up the camera so you can get these hill tests. Everybody likes to see these diesels work, so I'll let you see it. Alright YouTube, I'll give you guys a quick little hill test here to see the power. I'll do a couple different ranges, high, medium, low. I'll probably start out low and then get increasingly harder on the tractor. But alright, let me get started here.
That was low. Go to medium now. Do that again. Add idle again. We'll really make it work now and high at idle. Do a little hill start. Maybe that was able to help you demonstrate the power here. I'll get maybe one other clip. I know one guy wants to see this thing roll some coal here, so I'll try to get a better clip of that. This thing runs quite a bit dirtier than the other tractor I had. Maybe because it's a smaller engine, I don't know. But yeah, let me do one or two more little hill climbs here. See if I think I got you guys a pretty good shot there. Yeah, that is a Kubota B2320 for you. Pretty nice, sick little tractor, I think. Here, you can see that. Alright, I'll get you a glimpse under the hood while it's running. There's what she looks like. Tiny little diesel. Alright guys, hopefully I was able to review this tractor pretty well for you. For what we use it for, it works real good. It's actually rolling down the hill right now, so let me have the parking brake on, so put that down and stop it. But hopefully this video was able to show you, if you're interested in buying one of these, maybe hopefully give you a little rundown on how it works and stuff. For what I use it for, is real good. Engaging the ground, like if you have the teeth down in this box scraper, it can be a little iffy. You definitely want a little bit more weight if you're going to be doing that. It did it fine. You just need a four-wheel drive and lock the diff and all that stuff. Maybe loosen up it a bit, loosen up your pressure a little bit, but it was able to handle that okay. Its weight doesn't help it. It needs to weigh a little bit more to do any ground engaging, but this probably be a great little mower or a brush hog. Front end loader work, it does fine. Front end loader actually works really well. The only things I didn't like were that joystick placement, which was a little closer, and that key. I wish the key was more on the center stack, just because, I don't know, personal preference, I guess. And yeah, four-wheel drive works really well. So does the diff lock, like I said. Very easy tractor to drive, like very similar to the other ones I've driven. Fuel, can't really say much about fuel. It's used more fuel than the Coyote. Coyote used about 2.5 gallons in 8 hours. This one is going to use more than that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video and stayed to watch the whole thing. Thanks.